Hey, Dr. Karen Can here, and with another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest for the week of September 19th, 2016. And our ascension events have been 2, 3, and up to 4 times a day. I can barely keep up. I thought maybe I would, give you ascension alerts on my Facebook page, but I got to tell you that it's just so frequent that I'm just not going to have the time to do that. Sorry. But what I can tell you is that in addition to integrating the ascension, we want to also be grounding the ascension. And that's been really helpful for me, especially with my constipation and belly issues, my expanding belly issues. Grounding the ascension is very important. And for me, I've got to do it for both myself and Mother Earth, and now the galaxy as well. And this week, a lot of the healing is around beliefs, and there's a lot of thoughts and beliefs and things that no longer serve us really had been coming to the surface. So if you have had a lot of negative thoughts come up, or frustration or irritability, just know that this is this internal cleansing that we've been going through, and Mercury retrograde is probably helping us with that. In fact, my husband said to me one day, he came into the office, my home office here, and he said, I'm just having a lot of negative thoughts. And he's aware enough to realize, okay, this doesn't feel good and I don't have to have this. And so I said, well, would you like some advice on it? And he goes, well, yeah. And I said, well, the other day I had some feeling of discomfort over a judgment over someone. And I said, I just asked Source to help me let it go. And I said, why don't you just ask for that? Simple. And let me know in a few minutes whether that helps. And he goes, okay. So he goes out and he does that, and he comes back and he says, that really did help. I'm really not feeling it anymore. So, so many of us think that we have to process it and, and do something with it and understand it, when right now, all we're being asked to do is being open to let it go, and then just ask for a little help. Ask your angels for help, ask your guides for help, ask Source directly for help, and say, hey, I could use some help releasing this stuff that doesn't serve me and doesn't feel good. And then see what happens. Now, maybe you have to do something else, but a lot of times they're just waiting to help us. So just ask for that help. So try it and let me know how that goes. The other thing, too, is that sometimes we can get overly, into our old habits of being worried and concerned. And a friend of mine was, very worried and concerned about her son, and that had some recent trauma, and she was just worrying. He wasn't contacting her, and I said, hey, look, we have gone through all these ascension events, and guess what? You have access to that information. Worry is not necessary. So all you got to do is tune in and just feel your son. How is he really doing? If he's in trouble, you'll know. But with all this noise, all this worry noise, that's a habit, okay? You can't listen to your intuition. So let's see if you are aware of that's happening to you. See if you can just, put aside that noise and worry and all that stuff and really feel into the situation. Think of that person. See that person in your mind and feel, how does your body feel? A lot of times it's completely different from what our mind, or monkey mind, says is going on. We always think the worst case scenario, they're not contacted. Maybe they're dead. Maybe they've got hit by a car. Maybe no. A lot of times the intuition doesn't come that way. It comes kind of matter of fact. There's no good, no bad. It just comes as a matter of fact. So you can tap into that intuition now and just feel into the situation and not have to have all this worry. A really great book is by Penny Pierce. She has a couple of different books, but Leap of Perception is probably the one you want to check out with regards to this right-left brain ability to just perceive and just know rather than have to figure it out or be worried about it. So this is what's happening. I'm getting from Source that we are basically increasing our brain mass, and the right and left sides of our brain are just like a lot more connections going on, a lot more myelin being put down, and I'm really hoping that the extra pounds of extra fat I had over the last 4 months is my brain getting fat. not my visceral fat or whatever. So, can't prove it. Love to prove that I have a heavier brain, but this is what I'm told by source. So you can use this now. You just don't know that you could use it, but you can use it right now. And when you have someone that you care about, that you have a conflict with, or you're worried about that person, see them in your mind as you wish to see them, not what you're afraid of. Because now it's time for us to be much more disciplined in our thoughts, right? Because we have much power in our thoughts, much more than before. So instead of asking for what you don't want by thinking about everything you don't want, see what you do want manifest. So when my uncle was in the hospital months ago, after having a cardiac arrest, 20 minutes, no oxygen to his brain, they said he might come out brain dead. You know what? I knew exactly what to do. And yes, thank goodness for modern medicine. That's when we definitely need modern medicine. They got his heart, going again. And then I felt like my job was to pray in a way that is different from what we might have been taught. So what you do is, the most effective prayer is you see that person calm, peaceful, happy, healthy. And that's what I kept doing every day. I saw my uncle as happy and smiling, and that little, grin that he has, where he likes to poke fun at you sometimes. And I saw him rosy cheeked and healthy and completely with it. And I just didn't let go of that. I knew it could be possible. And yes, I did some internal healing work as well with his higher self permission. But regardless, see what it is you want. I just taught my patient on Friday how to do weather magic, because his brother was getting married on Sunday. It was supposed to be rain showers, and it was an outdoor wedding. And I said, you know what? You can do this better than me, because you know the place that your brother's getting married at. You know what it looks like when it's beautiful and it's sunny out. So picture that in your mind. Picture the whole thing going exactly perfectly and wonderfully in the way you want to feel, and how wonderful and beautiful and full of love that whole celebration is. And picture the weather you want. I said, it does not have to rain. I said, I'm giving you this job. I'm not doing it for you. You go ahead and do it. And you know what? He did it. He did it. So we got perfect weather all weekend long for their celebration. Woohoo! So if you have not watched my video, and that I put up on my website of my husband's six-pack abs, and now we got it with WinFit technology. You can go there now on the blog and check it out. It's also on my YouTube channel as well. And also the radio show with David Schmidt, CEO of LifeWave, talking about the new technology and how that works to keep you in a muscle building state rather than breaking down muscle. Because so many of us, when we age, we get into a catabolic state and we can't build muscle, and we just get fatter and fatter. And the technology, the phototherapy patch technology, helps keep you in a muscle building state. And with the other components of the WinFit technology program, the WinFit health program, then you can actually gain more muscle. And there's no dieting per se on this program, which is great. And there's minimal exercise, which is also great, because I'm not going to ask my patients to do an hour of exercise a day. That's crazy. So 10 minutes, 2 to 4 times a week. Yeah. I'm up for that. Okay, and then next Monday, we have a very special show with my colleague and friend Lottie Cooper, who is an amazing spiritual healer, energy healer, and we're going to be taking live people on the call where Lottie can do healing for you. So definitely you want to call in live for that show. It's at 12 noon Eastern, and our focus topic is going to be on star seeds, basically SOS for star seeds. So those of us that have had other lives in the stars, who have come here to be volunteers and to help with Earth's ascension, sometimes we have very specific problems, especially physical problems. And Lottie is a wonderful healer who is going to give us some guidance on, if you're a star seed, what kinds of trouble can you get into, and how can we best help you to heal your physical body and get those parts of you, body, mind, soul, all acting together so that you can actually accomplish your soul's mission to raise the vibration of this earth. So I'm very excited about this call. So make sure at 12 noon on Monday that you can be on the call live. You can call in or you can type in the chat with your question, and let's do some healings together, shall we? And in case you can't meet it, that you can't be there, that's okay. We're going to be doing an activation, and even if you're listening to the replay, you will receive that activation as well. So definitely bookmark them, and I really look forward to interacting with you then. And until next time, have a wonderful week. Remember to see what you want rather than what you don't want. And happy ascending. Bye for now. Love y'all.